Welcome back to action here from Worland, Wyoming. Game 3 of 4 on the day for me and us here on mylocalradio.com. We'll pit the number 1 seed out of the Northwest against the number 4 seed out of the Southwest. And that is the Lyman Eagles against the Lander Valley Tigers. Live on mylocalradio.com. Once again, we would like to welcome you into our broadcast. My name is Sean Bennett, taking you along this ride of the 3A West Regionals. This time, our first boys game of the day. Called both the girls games earlier. If you're interested in listening to those, make sure you stay tuned to mylocalradio.com all weekend long. You can listen to those 2 earlier games from today on our website. Go into the sports tab on mylocalradio.com. Go to Buffaloes if you want the Mountain View girls game, which just concluded, or the Lyman Eagles game that concluded earlier this morning. It was a 9 a.m. tip-off for the Lyman Lady Eagles. Just to update you on what our bracket looks like. Obviously, you can see the scores up there. Lyman against Lander girls tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. So a little bit of a revenge game for maybe the losing school here, knowing that they have the girls matched up tomorrow afternoon, 3:30 p.m. live on mylocalradio.com. Mountain View is assured also a semifinal spot in the girls bracket. That one is to play at 5 p.m. They just don't know their opponent yet. It will be either Worland or Pinedale. That game is coming up after this game, live on mylocalradio.com. Final game of the night will be Mountain View against Worland at 8 p.m. Scheduled tip-off, also live on mylocalradio.com. So stay tuned tonight. More basketball on the way. We'll have one more boys game after this one. That'll be Mountain View and Worland. One more girls game to go as well. That'll be Worland against Pinedale. That one will not be on our stream, as it does not involve Lyman or Mountain View. Just about ready for tip-off here. About a minute away. They still haven't done the starting lineups, excuse me. I think they're going to do them momentarily, so once they get announced, I will bring them to you. The Lyman Eagles and the Lander Valley Tigers competing in this matchup this afternoon. This evening, I guess. It is 5 o'clock local time here in Worland, so it's no longer the afternoon. It's more evening than anything. Number 3, Michael Kunzler. Number 10, Andrew Housekeeper. Number 22, Callan Rogers. Number 23, Lucas Hansen. Number 30, Jet Dickerson. The starting 5 for your Lyman Eagles. Lucas Hansen has his left elbow wrapped up in some tape, some gauze on it. So I just wonder if he has maybe hurt his elbow in practice this week. I asked Coach. He said no injuries, so obviously nothing to keep Hansen off the court, just something to be wary of. Niehi Black, Max Mazzari, the starters for the Lander Valley Tigers. Bit of an interesting celebration going on as the handshake at the handshake line. Antonio Coando, Ty Massey, your starting 5. Niehi Black came out after the handshake line, and he was being frisked by the player at the end there, like he was going through airport security. Interesting celebration there, but whatever floats your boat, I suppose. So we are just about ready to get tipped here. Niehi Black lined up against Lucas Hansen. Hansen wearing the blue. Lyman wearing their blue at the rectangular pattern down the side of their jerseys. Niehi Black with the 2 green stripes down the side of the white jerseys. Green stripes down the side for the Lander Valley Tigers. Niehi Black jumped up before the ball is even tossed. The official looks at him, says, "Hey, man, what are you doing?" Niehi Black is about like 2 feet behind the half-court line, and he took like a running start almost to get that tip, but it was eventually won by the Lander Tigers, and immediately they go into the corner. Antonio Coando scores the basket there, and it's 3-0, an early start here for the Lander Valley Tigers. 3-0 the score. Lander jumps out to the early lead. A good sign if you're a Lander fan that they're hitting those threes early. That's something they didn't do in their first meeting with Lyman at Lander, is hit first quarter threes. First three attempted by Jet Dickerson, no good, off to the left, and now Lander has it on offense, going right to left. Kawando up top, gives it back over to Massery. Massery back up top. Kawando for three, and it is a 6-0 start for the number 1 seed. The Lander Valley Tigers jumping out to this lead. 6-0 early in this contest off of 2 early threes. Colin Rogers has the ball on the right side, trying to fight through that Lander defense. Jet Dickerson with the ball up top, over to Housekeeper. Housekeeper gives it to Kunzler in the corner. Kunzler driving the baseline, loses it momentarily, is able to get it back before getting blocked by Niehi Black. Niehi Black blocks him, and Kawando steps into another three, and immediately Kevin Lewick is up off the bench, signaling for a timeout. Less than a minute and a half played. It's 9-0. Lander jumping out to the early lead in this contest. It's 9-0. 6:33 left here in quarter number 1. Lander, you had to know going into this contest, it was going to be a shooting contest for them. And this three-point shooting contest, they've got the balls all on the rack, and they're feeling themselves. 3 for 3, all from 3, leading to a 9-0 lead. Lyman's got to be careful here that this one doesn't get away from them before the game even really kicks off. Lander obviously ready to go and ready to play in this one. A 9-0 lead. Lander coming out of their timeout huddle. Lyman already on the court, ready to go. Colin Rogers inbounding to Dickerson. Dickerson gets it to Kunzler at midcourt. Kunzler has to watch out from behind. And Niehi Black gets him in front. A nice block there for Black. Over to Housekeeper, though, after Kunzler is able to get his miss back. Colin Rogers at the top of the key, loses it, fumbles it, and is able to get it up on the rim. No good. Anson with an offensive rebound. Back to Rogers at the free throw line. Rogers turning. Lost it again and had it taken right out of his hands by Trayshawn Spoonhunter. Spoonhunter pauses, gets it to Black at the free throw line. Lyman defense runs right by Niehi Black, and he scores. It's a 11-0 lead for Lander here. They have jumped out to an early advantage in this one. Kunzler again is blocked by Niehi Black. Kunzler went up, tried to pump fake Black, but Black had his feet remain planted on the floor, and he blocked Michael Kunzler. Thrown down low. Rogers drops it off to Anson. Anson puts that shot up, is fouled on the second shot opportunity. He put up a first shot off the inbound and didn't get it to go, but got his own miss off the front rim, and he put up a second opportunity. He was fouled in going to the free throw line. Here's Lucas Anson. 11-0, 5:43 remaining here in quarter number 1. It's been an early, hot start here for the Lander Valley Tigers. They lead 11-0. Anson at the free throw line. Anson's shot is up, and that is good. So Anson gets Lyman on the scoreboard for the first time today. It's 11-1 now, the score. And Kawando steps into a three. That's the first miss of the day for the Lander Valley Tigers, and Kunzler gets the rebound, but is tied up by Ty Massey. So Ty Massey goes in there and tries to steal away the rebound from Kunzler. Jump ball, possession error goes to Lyman. So 11-1 the score. Lyman down by 10, trying to get into this game early on. 5.5 to play. Anson goes all the way down, goes right around Niehi Black, and scores. Nice job there from Anson. A little bit of creativity on the low block to score on that one. Kawando to Massey. Massey driving the baseline, loses it, and Kunzler had it, but threw it right back to Kawando at the top of the key. Kawando turning, spinning. Massey in the corner, open three, rimmed out, halfway down and out, and the rebound tapped out. Massey once again with the ball in the left corner after the ball is tapped out to the top of the key where Lander got it. Cutting in the lanes, turning, spinning, and winning is Max Mazzery. Max Mazzery, nifty moves inside the paint. Lander once again with the full court press. 13-3 the score. Lander up by 10, and Kunzler is fouled about 35 feet away from the basket there on the sideline. A little bit too aggressive on defense there is Lander. 13-3, 4:37 to play. Quarter number one. Jacob Woodland checking in. Colin Rogers checking out for the Lyman Eagles, down by 10. Chase Richards throws it away at midcourt after just checking in. And leading to about an 8-foot jumper from Ty Massey. He comes up short. Racing down the court is Housekeeper, and Housekeeper trips, maybe slipped there. I don't know if he tripped or he slipped, but either way, he fell down at the free throw line of Lander, and the ball squirted out of his arms. And a jump ball is called after a couple players dive on the floor for it. 13-3, Lyman with the 10-point advantage so far. The winner will play tomorrow at 8 p.m. in the semifinal against the winner of Worland and Mountain View, the loser, right back out here at 1:30 p.m. And that one goes into the corner. Nice attempt there from Massey, but he instead threw it away past the hands of Brian St. Clair. St. Clair had, I believe, 19 points, a career high for him in their first meeting. St. Clair was pretty much what won the game for Lander in that first meeting. Obviously, hot shooting team from Lander. St. Clair found his rhythm and stroke from outside. 4 threes in that contest for him, 19, a career high. And Anson dives out of bounds to save the ball after a missed shot. I thought he was able to peg the ball off of Brian St. Clair, but the officials deemed that the ball went off of Lyman out of bounds, or Lyman was out of bounds when they touched it. Immediately down the other side of the court is Lander. That is Mason Cronk with it now. Mason Cronk, 6'3" senior, trying to add some size to this roster. From the corner, Spoon Hunter, no good on that shot, but chased down in the middle is Ozadi O'Neal. Ozadi O'Neal back up top to St. Clair. St. Clair working towards his right, goes high off the window and scores. Nice job there from St. Clair. I don't know how he found the angle to put that one in, but he did. And the score is 15-3 with 3:10 in quarter number one. On the right side, Chase Richards with it now. Richards tries to throw it down low, and I believe a kickball violation should be called, and it is. Ball tried to be fed inside to Jacob Woodland, but instead, ball was kicked before it got to him by the defense. Back out up top, Michael Kunzler with it now. Kunzler working towards his left. Hesitates, gives it out to Dickerson. Dickerson throws it on the baseline over to Woodland. Woodland gives it corner three. No good from Housekeeper. Housekeeper goes over to St. Clair. St. Clair running down the floor. Can't get that layup to go. And he tried to take it away as Lyman looked to get the ball outletted. He came in from behind and tried to snake his way through and steal the pass, but a foul called against St. Clair. A little bit too aggressive on that one. And 15-3 the score. 2:41 left in the opening frame in this one. Lyman has to be content here, trying to get some offense going. They have to be content in that they're only down by 12. It could be a lot worse after a 3 of 3 shooting start for Lander from downtown. Ozadi O'Neal steals the ball away, or that was Brian St. Clair, excuse me. St. Clair takes it away at midcourt as Housekeeper fell down, and he goes coast to coast unattended and scores a breakaway layup. 17-3, 2:20 to play. Kunzler with the ball in the deep left corner. Back out up top to Kunzler now in the left corner. Kunzler goes all the way to the right low block and did a little bit of a jump runner there, fading away, and couldn't get it to go off the rim, and landed with another rebound. And a three-point attempt from way downtown. That is no good. Antonio Kawando misses, outletting it all the way down the court. Colin Rogers slipped on the low block, could not get the shot up. He was all alone, and I think he slipped, maybe on some perspiration on the court, and that one is taken away by Kunzler. Kunzler going 1-on-4, and he dribbled it off of his foot out of bounds. Nice job there from Kunzler on defense. I think that was Niehi Black, if I'm not mistaken. No, looking at it, I think it was Ozadi O'Neal tried to do a little bit of a power jump through the lane there, and he brought the ball up high, and Kunzler stuck his hands up and knocked the ball out of his hands. And now a foul committed at the free throw line as Mason Kronk, the 6'3 senior, had the ball, and Lyman tried to wrap him up, but a foul a little bit too aggressive, deems the officials. 90 seconds on the clock here in quarter number 1, 17-3, as Jacob Woodland checks out. That is Rogers' first foul against Lyman. In the corner, Kwando for 3. He gets it to go. Touched every part of the rim, and then used a little bit of the help from the backboard, and it's 20-3. Certainly not what the Lyman Eagles wanted to see out of this contest early in quarter number 1. Kunzler working on Ozadi O'Neal, puts up the shot, nearly got a three-point play. He was fouled, and he will go to the free throw line. Kunzler earned the foul against Ozadi O'Neal, the 6'3 junior, his first, the 4th against the Lander Valley Tigers. So one downside perhaps is just that the Lander Valley Tigers have committed 4 fouls in the first quarter, but they lead 20-4 after Kunzler was able to make the first free throw. And he misses the second, long off the rim, and now Lander has a chance to add to a 16-point advantage as they cut in. Outside, Kwando for 3 again. Can't get it to go. Joseph Turner skying to grab the rebound. Brings it down. Gets it over to Housekeeper. Housekeeper crossing the center line. In the corner, Kunzler for 3. Gotta get it, and he does. Michael Kunzler trying to get this crowd energized. I think most of the casual fans in the gym have picked a team to root for, and that is the Lyman Eagles. Lander has a lot of fans here in green, so I think some of these fans, a lot of Lovell fans sticking around, rooting for the underdog, the upset. 20-7, 30 seconds on the clock, and ticking down here. Looks like Lander wants it to be the final shot. Brian Sinclair has the ball on his hip. He's just kind of playing with the ball in his own hands, not dribbling it, as he looks back at his coach and says, hey, so you just want me to kind of toss the ball back and forth to myself? Lyman's not pressuring, so Lyman will let this be the final possession of what has been a rough first quarter. 20-7. Now St. Clair goes to work on the left side. Looks to get it back to Kwando. Ball goes over Kwando's head. He has to retreat towards midcourt to get it. And he does go down the lane, puts up the shot from in close, and the rebound goes down to Lyman, or to Lander, and scores at the buzzer. Brian Sinclair gets a buzzer beater to drop, and after one quarter, it is 22-7. Lander, the number 1 seed, with a 15-point edge. Join us after this commercial break for more action from Worland, Wyoming.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
22-7 the score here after one quarter in Worland, Wyoming, for the 6th game of the day from Worland, Wyoming, the 3rd boys game. If you are watching our audio stream online on mylocalradio.com, you are able to see the scores from the rest of the day's action at the top of your screen, updating you on all of the action. It will be Lyman ball to start the second quarter, so if that's any bright side to this 15-point disadvantage. Jet Dickerson with the ball up top. Dickerson gets it over to Housekeeper. Housekeeper over to Dickerson. Dickerson on the right side. Down by 15, 7:40 on the clock, and counting before halftime here in Worland, Wyoming. and a foul is committed. I believe this is going to be the 5th team foul against Lander, as Lucas Hansen had the ball just inside the free throw line and was fouled as he was trying to move. And going down the lane, Colin Rogers has the ball knocked out of his hand. He lost it on the way up, or had it knocked out of his hands on the way up, and ball goes back to Lyman now. Kunzler up top, throws it left. Dickerson for 3, rimmed out, no good. A foul called on the rebound, and I believe they're going to get this one also against Lander. So the 6th team foul means one thing, and that means that Lander has put Lyman in the bonus for the remainder of this quarter. 7:26 left in the quarter. Dickerson gets the inbound right in the corner. That's a little bit of a lapse right there from Lander, as Dickerson just posted up in the corner right in front of the inbounder, and no one guarded him. They throw it in. He just got an easy layup. Well, I say a layup. It still was a three-pointer, but for Dickerson, a wide-open 3, basically a layup for him, and he scores. Niehi Black on the other end nearly dunked it. I think he tried to dunk it, and at the last second realized he wasn't going to have the elevation. He laid it in, 24-10. 6:58 to play. Lyman down by 14. Dickerson now on the ball, with the ball in the right corner once again. Goes to the ground, a lot of contact, and no call, but the officials do blow their whistle now as Max Masery saved the ball. He was out of bounds when he attempted to save it. 24-10. 6:51 here in quarter number 2. Kunzler gets the inbound, goes right to left all the way across the lane, and he tried to go high off the window and nearly threw it over the backboard. Lyman on defense now as Lander shoots a long 3, no good. Ty Massey not able to get that long 3 ball to go, and now Housekeeper has it across the center line. Kunzler passes up on the open 3, gets it to Woodland up top. Woodland's open 3, no good. And Lander once again with the rebound, 24-10. Housekeeper tries to jump in front of a pass on the sideline, intercepted, took himself out of the play. He hustles back on defense, and instead it is Niehi Black with the basket there as he hits a 15-foot contested jumper over the Lyman defense. Kunzler with the ball in the left corner. He is fouled driving the baseline. That means that it will be free throws for the Lyman Eagles here. So, as I said, the Lyman Eagles have been in the bonus for the last minute or so. This is their first trip to the free throw line. It will be Michael Kunzler at the line. 26-10. Kwando checks in. Checking out is Conrad Swenson. Chase Richards checks in for Andrew Housekeeper. Housekeeper hands on hips, very winded, obviously. Lander at full court press, that full court trap will get to you over the course of 32 minutes. And the first free throw from Kunzler is good, so he's earned himself one more at the line after making the front end of his 1-on-1. 26-11 the score. Chance to make it 12 for Kunzler. Official stops, making Kwando tuck in his jersey. Gives it back to Kunzler. Kunzler's second attempt at the line is up and good. So Kunzler 2 for 2, trimming that deficit back to 14. Up top, back into the corner it goes, and a traveling violation called by Ty Massey. So 26-12, Lyman another chance here to even things up just a little bit more. Richards gets the inbound. Spoon Hunter, the only Lander Valley Tiger in the backcourt, pressuring. Colin Rogers catches the free throw line, turns, drives in, sucks in the defense, and Michael Kunzler hits a 3. Kunzler open on the left wing after the defense sucked in to stop Colin Rogers on the drive, and that is an 11-point deficit as a foul on the other end committed. As Ty Massey was driving baseline, Lyman stepped in front of him, trying to take a charge was Richards. He instead is called for a blocking foul. Only the second foul against Lyman here in this first half, however. First against Richards. Ball thrown right down low. Ty Massey, somebody's man left unattended. Ty Massey was standing on the right low block, and the ball is being inbound on the left low block on the baseline, and Massey was all unattended, so somebody lost their assignment there, and he scored. Chase Richards with the ball on the baseline, trying to get it out, and a timeout for Kevin Lewick. Kevin Lewick not happy there. Chase Richards has picked up his dribble in a bad spot there and had to be bailed out by the timeout. We're going to take this timeout with Kevin Lewick and the Lyman Eagles. Join us after this, 28-15 on mylocalradio.com.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
28-15 the score here. Lander with a 13-point advantage. 5:05 to play here in quarter number 2. Colin Rogers over to Jet Dickerson. Dickerson back up top to Rogers. Rogers over to Housekeeper. Housekeeper throws a baseline to Kunzler. Kunzler's shot is no good, but the rebound for Colin Rogers. He puts up the shot from about 4 feet away, and a foul is called as he is unsuccessful on the short shot attempt. Antonio Quando charged with the foul, the 8th team foul. This is a 2-shot foul, however, because it did come on the shot attempt. That is Quando's 2nd foul, so we'll have to see if he checks out here. And that shot off the back rim. Tried to get the second bounce to go in, but instead it went out and did not fall through. So 28-15 it remains. Second free throw. Colin Rogers trying to cut the deficit to 12. Rogers bends the knees, and that shot is no good off to the right, but a whistle is blown, a lane violation against number 10, Trayshawn Spoonhunter. The official is talking to Niehi Black, but he signaled to the table number 10, which is Spoonhunter, so one of the two of those players committed the lane violation, so Rogers has a 3 to make 2, and he does make the 3rd of his free throw attempts. So 1 of 3 does go down on his official stat sheet of 1 of 2 at the line. And it's 28-16. 28-16, Lander with the lead. 4:45 to play here in quarter number 2. Lyman trying to trim the deficit, get this thing to single digits, maybe by halftime. Niehi Black finds a cutting Massery going towards the basket, and he scores and gets a foul called. Niehi Black was in the deep corner on the baseline, and he kind of was facing towards midcourt. He saw Massery running from the top of the key right down the lane. He found him, and Massery took some contact, faded away, threw it up off the glass, and scored. Foul committed against Dickerson, his first. And the free throw is good, so a 3-point play there from Massery. And that'll lead back to 15 for the Lander Valley Tigers as Woodland drops it, has it knocked out of his hands, and Dickerson bowled over by the strong Max Massery on the baseline right in front of Kevin Lewick. It will be Lyman ball. Housekeeper in the backcourt with it. On the right side, pressure being implemented. He gets it to Kunzler over midcourt. Kunzler was knocked off his mark there. No foul called. Instead, he gets on the left low block, and Niehi Black totaling up another block on his stat sheet. He had a ton of blocks in that game against Lyman earlier this season. Leaving off right where he left off. Kunzler gets the ball up top. Had an open 3, passed up on it. Instead gets it to Housekeeper in the right corner. Housekeeper dribbling it back towards midcourt at the top of the key. Back to Kunzler. Kunzler throws it into Woodland. Woodland throws it on a baseline cut to Lucas Hansen, who scores. Nice job there. The ball movement very crisp for the Lyman Eagles. 31-18 the score. Lyman down by 13 and a blocking foul 25 feet away from the basket there at the top of the key. Massery was moving towards his right. Lyman tried to cut him off before he got there. Zaddy O'Neal checking in for Ty Massey. Inbound right in front of the Lyman bench for Lander. 31-18 the score. 3:50 left in quarter number 2. Nazary on the left wing throws it inside to Niehi Black, who kicks it right back out to Spoonhunter for 3. Lyman got away with that one there as 4 defenders converged in to stop Niehi Black, leaving Spoonhunter wide open for 3. Dickerson for 3 on the right wing. He's got it. Nice job there. Andrew Housekeeper looked like he might just turn it over in the backcourt. Instead, he baseball passed it all the way to the right corner where he scored a 3. Niehi Black had the ball knocked out of his hand, or instead his hand knocked while he went up for a shot from in close. And a foul committed against Lyman there. Andrew Housekeeper with his first foul of the game. And that is the 5th team foul against the Lyman Eagles. So 5 team fouls for the Lyman Eagles, 8 for the Lander Valley Tigers. They won a 2-shot foul, as that was a shooting foul for Lander. Niehi Black makes the first. 32-21. The score. You're just joining us. It's been a lot uglier for the Lyman Eagles. They have been fighting back from the start. It was an 11-0 start for the Lander Valley Tigers after 9 points on 3 consecutive threes to open up the contest. Second free throw is up and good. Michael Kunzler gets the inbound and throws it all the way down low and scores a high off the window. Niehi Black came in, slapped the backboard. There should have been a goaltending no matter if it went through, but he got the shot to go no matter what. Now Housekeeper with the rebound after a miss. Sends it out to Kunzler. Kunzler on the outlet pass. Looking to get it out to Housekeeper. Housekeeper on the left wing. Gives it back to Kunzler. Kunzler at the free throw line. Dickerson now to Woodland on the baseline. Woodland picks up his dribble. Gets back to Dickerson up top. No hesitation on the 3. Rimmed out. And the rebound fought for and won by Woodland. Woodland fighting through Niehi Black. Tried to get a foul and the shot. No. But the rebound and a score for Andrew Housekeeper. And 1 in the score is 33-25. With a chance to make it 26. The crowd erupted at that one. It feels like there are a lot more Lyman fans than probably wearing a Lyman t-shirt or wearing the Lyman blue in here. As I said, I think everyone in this packed gymnasium is rooting for the upset. So, will that work in Lyman's favor? Will they be able to fight with the crowd as they try to upset the number 1 seed out of the North? We'll see. Housekeeper at the line to complete the 3-point play. Free throw up, free throw good, and it's 33-26. Quite a fight here from the Lyman Eagles as the crowd now chants for the Lyman Eagles. Anson poked it out of Spoonhunter's hands. Ball goes back to Lander, and that shot from the baseline missed by Brian Sinclair. Rebound for Housekeeper. Housekeeper gets it out to Kunzler. Kunzler not stopping. He pulls up. Runner in the lane, no good. Dickerson with the rebound. Dickerson kicks it out. Housekeeper, no hesitation. 3. Front rimmed it, no good. Looked good. Just didn't have the distance on it. 33-26. Lander not wasting any time. Brian Sinclair spinning turnaround jumper. What a beautiful move there from Sinclair. And a timeout for Lander, but the Lyman Eagles and their fan base revved up here. 35-26 with 2:02 to play. Join us after this commercial break.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
35-26. Lander with the lead. Back to action here from Worland, Wyoming. Lyman inbounding underneath their own basket. No pressure on this possession for the Lander Valley Tigers in the backcourt. Lyman down by 9 with just under 2 minutes to play. Kunzler catches the ball at the free throw line, gives it right back out to the top of the key, and Jet Dickerson is fouled on a 3. Jet Dickerson. That is what a shooter does. When the other team sees that, Jet Dickerson was wide open at the top of the key. Spoonhunter came from his side and clearly bumped his shoulder as he was in his shooting motion. And Dickerson will have 3 free throws. First at the line for Dickerson. He stares at the rim, bends the knees. First shot, nothing but nylon. So Jet Dickerson really looking to do a dent to that deficit. If he can make all 3 of these, he's got 2 more at the line. The 10th team foul against Lander, so for the remainder of the half on every foul, it will be 2 free throws for Lyman. And Dickerson's second free throw, long off the rim, goes right back into his hands. Fortunately, it's not like a ping-pong situation where you get the ball back and get another opportunity just because it went back into your hands. But he's got 1 more. Dickerson looking to make 2 of 3 at the free throw line. Second try to make, he got it. So 2 of 3 from the line for Dickerson, and Lyman trims the deficit back down to 7, 35-28. Throwing it down low. That is Crank. Crank winds up on the low block, and Anson says, no thank you, this is where I reside, and he blocks it away. Here comes Lyman the other way, 35-28. Dickerson over to Housekeeper up top. Housekeeper over to Anson. Now comes on the left wing. Housekeeper, 3 from the top of the key. He's got it, and it's 35-31. Things getting interesting before the halftime break. Trying to answer with their own 3, Ty Massey from downtown, and it's 38-31. Probably don't want to get into a 3-point shootout with this Lander team. Don't want to trade punches because Lander is the top 3-point shooting team in all of Wyoming, not even just the Class 3A. This team averages about 40 to 45 attempts per game from downtown. That is insane. That's over 1 a minute in high school basketball. On the outside, Housekeeper got fouled at midcourt, so that's 2 free throws for Lyman here. First free throw is well short there from Housekeeper. Does touch the rim, so at least he saves himself the, I wouldn't say embarrassment, but the shame of airballing it. He didn't airball that one, but came close. 38-31, 1:07 to play. Housekeeper at the line for 1 more free throw. Housekeeper exhales, shoots it, and he misses that one as well. And the rebound pulled away by Mason Kronk, but immediately taken away by Housekeeper, and Housekeeper scores the layup. Nice job there from Housekeeper. He stayed in the passing lane, and he just took it about 6 feet after intercepting that pass and going to the basket. On the outside, Ty Massey is fouled on the baseline on a shot attempt. And not a good foul there for Lyman, as Massey was a tough angle on the baseline, direct on line with the shot, and he was just hit on his shot attempt. So chance to get this game a little bit closer. 38-33, 54 seconds left. And Massey makes the first free throw. He faded away off the line. Usually you want to stay on the line and stand straight up on the follow through, but officials, it works out for him in his favor. See if he does it on this one. Obviously, I'm not covering Lander too often, so I don't know if that's just his motion. This time he stays on the line and hits that one nothing but net. So, albeit a 40-33 game, Lander with a 7-point advantage. Woodland has the ball go through his hands. Housekeeper threw it a little bit too fast for him, and now Lander has it going right to left. Lander wearing their white uniforms, throws it down low. Mason Kronk, turnaround jumper is good, and it's a 9-point game with 35 seconds to play. Kunzler comes back into the backcourt to help out Housekeeper and get the ball across the center line. Being doubled immediately after getting the ball across the line, and he throws it away. Niehi Black dunks it. Niehi Black, a steal and a score. He dunks it, and the crowd gets on their feet. It is 44-33 with 15 seconds to go. Kunzler threw a lazy pass across the court, and Niehi Black, long arm of the law, came in and intercepted that one. 8 seconds to go. Housekeeper, long 3, rimmed out. Thought he got it to go, but it did not go down for him. Outlet goes all the way down and scores at the buzzer, Mason Kronk. And that is a debilitating end to what was a good second quarter for the Lyman Eagles. All of that work that they did to cut that deficit down to 5 has evaporated. It is now a 46-33 game. Going into halftime, Lander with a 13-point advantage. Join us after this commercial break for more action from Worland, Wyoming.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PetMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality veterinary grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PetMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PetMinerals.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Back here in Worland, Wyoming, talking with Jason Hansen during our commercial break there for a minute. Telling me he was soaking in the hot tub, got his bikini out and everything, his Speedo out, much to the chagrin of some of his players. But that is just the laugh of the day there. Lyman Eagle boys team down by 13 at halftime in this contest as the Lyman team comes back out onto the court here. Lander still has yet to emerge from the halftime locker room. He'll come out momentarily, I would assume. And here they come as the horn sounds for the 3-minute mark. 46-33 at the halftime break. The Lyman Eagles down by 13. They cut it all the way down to 5 late in that second quarter. But an 11-0 run to end the game, or to end that half, excuse me, for Lander is them a 13-point advantage. Not 11-0. That would only be 8-0. Excuse me. I am very loopy right now, but obviously this is my third game of the day. It's been a long day, but we are here enjoying ourselves in Worland. We hope you are enjoying yourself wherever you may be listening. Maybe you're at a hotel in Worland if you're a Mountain View fan. Getting back here tonight, possibly, for the 8 p.m. primetime game between the Worland boys and the Mountain View boys. About a minute left in this halftime before we will get set and ready to play the second half. Man, if not for a bad couple minutes for Lyman, they could be winning this game, if not tied, or make this a little bit closer than it is. Do not think, if you're just joining us, that this game is a blowout. It is a close game. Cut it down to 5, and then a couple runs there for Lyman, or for Lander, excuse me, extended that run. Can't see the possession arrow. I think it will be Lander ball, if I'm not mistaken. We'll have to see as they get ready to throw the ball in. 46-33, 8 minutes on the clock, ready to start the second half. Lyman fans rise to their feet. Some of them cheering out, chanting for the Lyman Eagles to pull off a huge upset. Our only upset, and what would be our only upset of the day, as it's been all chalk so far. No upsets. But Lyman trying to be the first team to pull an upset today. 46-33, Lander with ball to start the second half. Trayshawn Spoonhunter on the right side has the ball. Spoonhunter bounce passes it to Niehi Black. 3 defenders converge, and Massey shoots a 3 from inside, or Massery, excuse me, shoots a 3 from inside and misses it on the outside of the key. Ball thrown in to Colin Rogers, but the ball is knocked out of his hands. He was bumped, and here comes Lander the other way. Corner 3, no good. Long rebound goes to Anson on the far side of the basket. Dickerson picks up his dribble in the backcourt, able to get it over to Andrew Housekeeper across the center line. Dickerson with the ball on the top of the right key now. Top of the key goes over to Colin Rogers, who sends it over to Andrew Housekeeper for 3, and they open up the scoring in the second half. It is Andrew Housekeeper for 3, 46-36 now the score. 46-36, Lander with the ball on offense, going left to right now. Niehi Black turning, spinning, giving it outside in the corner for 3. He misses, but right underneath the basket is Niehi Black. So that's been a couple times early in the second half that Lander's been able to get it inside to Black. 3 defenders converge on him, and he just kicks it right out for an open 3. This time they missed a 3, and when they went out to run out the defender in the corner, or the player in the corner, it left Niehi Black all alone underneath the basket for a rebound and score. 48-36 the score. Down the lane goes Rogers. Rogers puts it high off the window. Nearly got an and one off of that opportunity. Instead, however, it goes to Colin Rogers. Will go to the free throw line as Niehi Black picks up his second foul. Colin Rogers' first free throw is up and good. Nothing but nylon on that one. 48-37, chance to make it a 10-point deficit early on here in quarter number 3 with 6:22 to play. And that is exactly what Colin Rogers does. 2 for 2 from the line. And it is 48-38. 6:18 to play. On the outside, Spoonhunter with it. Spoonhunter picks up his dribble, goes left Quando. Quando on the left wing over to Spoonhunter. Playing a game catch, cross-court catch. Back to Quando on the left side. Quando steps into a 3, can't get it to go. Skying for the rebound was Massey, but ripping it away was Anson. Anson throws it long. Kunzler on the left low block. Did he travel? Yes. Kunzler tried to come up to a complete jump stop. Unfortunately for him, he did not, and he kind of slipped and slid on the court. A traveling violation. 48-38, 5:45 left, quarter number 3. Quando up top. Over to Massery in the corner. Spoonhunter for 3. Yes, sir. And immediately a timeout called by Lander. So Lander takes a timeout after making the 3, and it's a 30-second timeout with 5:40 to play. We're going to take this timeout too on mylocalradio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
$51-38, Lander with the lead here. 5:35 left in quarter number 3. Thrown ahead to Michael Kunzler. Kunzler gets it back out up top to Housekeeper. Housekeeper back to Rogers. Rogers now with it, and now back to Housekeeper. On the right wing, Dickerson back to Housekeeper. Rogers at the free throw line, spinning, turning, giving it to the corner where Dickerson has a 3-point attempt. He misses it, and Lucas Anson able to fight off Niehi Black and get the rebound. I'm talking about fighting. Niehi Black just shoved, I believe it was Michael Kunzler, about 2 rows deep into the bleachers there. Kevin Lewick very upset that a foul was not called. The ball went out of bounds off of Lander. Niehi Black getting a little bit physical in this game. 5 minutes to go, 51-38. Dickerson for a 3. Dickerson's got it. So Dickerson finds himself open on the left wing and scores. 51-41 now the score. And it's out of bounds. So Lyman gets a 3-pointer back and then forces a turnover. Chance to cut this thing back to single digits for the second time here in this second half. Rogers in the backcourt. Lyman passing back and forth. Kunzler at the midcourt line is fouled as he tried to cross. 2 players there. I believe it was Massey and Spoonhunter. Not sure which one got charged for the foul. They kind of converged in and pushed over Kunzler. Poor Michael Kunzler is taking a lot of falls today. He's a tough little kid, though. He'll get up tomorrow. Kunzler on the right side gives it off to Housekeeper. Housekeeper using the motion offense, gets the ball knocked out of his hands, and the ball is loose on the floor, ping-ponged around, and eventually Colin Rogers gets it at the free throw line. Niehi Black runs into him, and Niehi Black is charged with a foul, and Niehi Black talking back to the officials right now. Ty Massey came over and talked to Niehi Black, and Niehi Black just kind of shrugged him off, kind of shoved him away, said, I don't want to talk to you right now, and he does come out of the game, so I think maybe Stu Mullins saw that and said, I don't want him to get a technical foul, so I'm going to take him out. Anson driving down low. Zaddy O'Neal checked in for him, by the way. And down low, that shot is missed. Ball ping-ponged around, loose on the floor. 3 players on the floor. Anson, Zaddy O'Neal, and Michael Kunzler. And unfortunately, Zaddy O'Neal is rolling on the ground, holding his shoulder. Very limp. I don't know, maybe he got rolled up on that shoulder. Never good to see. Looks like he's going to try to remain in the game. He's working out that shoulder. It is Lyman ball. They called the jump ball. Lyman ball on the possession arrow, inbounding underneath the Lander basket. Housekeeper throws it long out towards midcourt to Dickerson. Dickerson gets it off to Kunzler. Kunzler backs it out towards midcourt and resets. Dickerson with the ball at midcourt. Kevin Lewick up off the bench, calling out some plays. Over to Kunzler on the left wing. Kunzler drops it down low. Rogers spinning and winning. Colin Rogers from in close. He scores, and it's 53-43 now. Things getting interesting. 51-43. 3:40 to play. Corner 3 is up and good. Max Masery from downtown gets that lead back to 11. So Lyman cuts it under 10, and then Lander gets it right back and hits a 3 of their own. Rogers on the 3-point line gives it over to Housekeeper. Housekeeper, Lyman working with a lot of motion offense in this contest early on. Anson throws it inside to Rogers. Rogers spinning around. Massey had lost the ball, but it went right to Dickerson on the left low block. He throws it all the way out to Kunzler. Kunzler can't get it. A long rebound goes to Housekeeper, and Housekeeper's foul driving down the baseline. The 4th team foul on the Lander Valley Tigers. Here, once again, Lyman, if they keep at this pace, will be at the free throw line in a short bit. Spoonhunter, his 2nd foul. Max Masery checks out, as well as Ty Massey. 4 fouls against Lander, 0 against Lyman here in the second half. Dickerson over to Housekeeper. Housekeeper throws it to the right side where Kunzler has it. Reverse back to the left side. Now Dickerson. Lyman going 3 wide at the 3-point line. Kunzler, Housekeeper, and Dickerson, they're passing it amongst themselves, trying to find an open lane. Dickerson on the left side. Now Kunzler works down on the left low block, gets it. Back out up top to Anson, who has it on the 3-point line. Anson drops it off, sets a screen. And Dickerson now on the right wing. Pulls up. Into the corner goes where Kunzler has it. Lyman resetting some things, trying to get the right shot here, not just any shot. And Dickerson, a lot of motion offense, causing Lander to work pretty hard here, running around, and eventually Andrew Housekeeper stops, pulls up for 3, and he nails it. Andrew Housekeeper, yes sir, count him up, 1, 2, 3 on that one. It's back to an 8-point deficit. in the lane, turning, spinning, getting the roll. Mason Kronk, a little bit of an assist to the rims here at Worland as he bounced that thing on the rim 3 times before it dropped. Housekeeper drives in through some contact, no foul called, and instead a foul called on the rebound against Lyman. So Housekeeper pats his chest, said, my bad on that one. Looked like Lander was pretty straight up and down on defense. I think Housekeeper went into the contact, maybe when, if he just laid it up, he would have had a pretty easy layup. Baseline jumper well long for Ozadi O'Neill. That's his first shot since that shoulder injury, and maybe it shows there as he came about 5 feet too long on a baseline jump shot. Colin Rogers with the ball, gives it over to Kunzler. Kunzler trying to beat the defense down the floor, and he does, scoring right down the lane. He gets the layup to go, and it's 56-48. 3 for Kwando, misses. Long rebound tracked down by Andrew Housekeeper. 56-48, Lyman with the ball. Kunzler working towards the right side, gives it off. Dickerson for 3, gotta have it. No, off the back rim. Man, that was a big shot. Wide open 3 for Dickerson, and he missed. 56-48, final minute here in the third quarter. It is Brian Sinclair with the ball. Kwando works through, might have traveled, not called. Lucas Hansen fights for the rebound, gets it over to Dickerson. Dickerson with it, crossing the center line. 56-48, 40 seconds to go. Housekeeper with the ball out at midcourt, picks up his dribble, looks to get it back from Colin Rogers, and does on the baseline. He is fouled, and Mason Kronk not pleased that the foul was charged against him. 56-48, 34.3 in this contest. The 5th team foul against Lander. Lyman, the aggressiveness really paying off here, as that was Mason Kronk's first foul, but Lyman very close to being in the bonus, and it's not even the end of the third quarter. First free throw from Housekeeper is up and good, so Housekeeper trims that deficit to 7, chance to make it a 6-point game for those Lyman Eagles. Housekeeper, second attempt at the line, and he makes it. So Lyman hits the half-century mark, and it makes it a 6-point game. Not sure I would have believed you if you told me this was going to happen here. The Lyman Eagles looking good so far, down by 6 after a slow start gave Lander an advantage. 15 seconds to go. Brian Sinclair is just kind of dribbling the ball, looking at it, inspecting all the marks on it here as the third quarter comes to a conclusion. With 5 seconds on the clock, he starts to work towards the basket, step back, fakes the jumper, and instead it's Ozadi O'Neill traveling at the free throw line. With 3 seconds to go, Lyman can make this a 1-possession game going into the final quarter. 3 seconds on the clock, 56-50, inbounding on the sideline right in front of the Lander bench. Housekeeper catches it right in front of him. Housekeeper from about 50 feet away, nearly got it to go. The crowd oohed and awed at that one. They wanted it to drop as Housekeeper lollipop that thing up there and barely missed. At the end of 3, it's 56-50. Don't go anywhere. Maybe tell a friend or two live on my local radio. We've got a game.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
Man, this gym has a spark of ignition. Someone poured lighter fluid on this game at halftime. Worland fans coming in for their 8 p.m. contest, all on their feet, cheering for Lyman. Worland band setting up, some students from Worland cheering for Lyman. They all want this upset to happen. 56-50, opening 3, Massery, no good. Niehi Black with the rebound underneath the basket, and he scores 58-54. to 50. Lander an 8-point lead as they try to desperately hold on to this contest after what looked like maybe an easy win in the first quarter. It has not been easy going for them so far. Fourth quarter action here, just underway, and Woodland loses it, goes to the ground and gets it out to Kunzler, saves the possession. Fourth quarter, 58-50, 7:15 to go. Housekeeper for three! He's got it! And it's 58-53. The Lyman Eagles never say never. Never say die to the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Three missed from the corner, saved by Lander, out of bounds, and it's to Lyman. 58-53, a chance once again to make this a one-possession game live on mylocalradio.com. Kunzler with the ball at midcourt. Kunzler charging down the lane. Nobody's going to stop him, and Niehi Black does as he rises and blocks that shot out of the air. 58-53, 6:40 to play here in the final quarter. In the corner, rising for three, Brian St. Clair misses. Rebound long goes over to Spoonhunter, who kicks it immediately back out for another three, and that is no good. Lander not taking their time on offense. Dickerson in the corner for three. Can't get it to go. So Lyman Eagles girls basketball team has gone on to court side and started cheering their team on from the far side. They were behind the bench for most of the game. And from the corner, it is Trayshawn Spoonhunter for three. A momentum killer there as the crowd started to chant defense. I am telling you, somebody ignited this thing and caught this game on fire. A full timeout, we'll take it too on mylocalradio.com. Do not go anywhere.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
(61-53), the Warland band has just started a Eagles chant here. I'm telling you, this energy in this gym is something to be admired. Inbounding in the backcourt will be Lyman here after this timeout break. Lyman Eagles girls basketball team, like I said, sitting courtside, all standing up now, cheering, trying to make their own little student section, rooting for the Lyman Eagles in this one. 61-53, Lyman trailing Lander, trying to fight their way back into this one, down by 8 with 6 minutes to play. Up top, Dickerson for three. Yes, sir! Jet Dickerson. This is my moment. Sponsored by Kodak. 51, 61, 56. Ball up top, Mason Kronk with it. Crowd going ecstatic here, and a foul away from the ball will stop the action here, but not before the fans show their appreciation to Jet Dickerson in his last three ball. 51-66. Ball thrown into the corner. Three ball, no good. But Spoonhunter comes away with the rebound. Rogers sticks his hand in there and fouls.
Fouls on number 22,
Colin Rogers there. Trayshawn Spoonhunter gives it off to Niehi Black, spinning, turning, and traveling. Lyman ball, 56 to 61. 5-point advantage for Lander. 5:25 to play. Lyman with the ball, trying to make this a one-possession game. Housekeeper up top. Over to Dickerson. Housekeeper on the left side now, gives it up top to Anson. Anson throws it, rockets it down low. Kunzler, jump pass to Dickerson. Dickerson is on fire. Call the fire department. It's 61-59. The Worland student section on their feet. The Lyman student section on their feet. We've got a game here, folks. Could the number 4 seed pull the upset on the number 1 Lander Valley Tigers tonight? Corner 3 and a killer right there as Max Masery finds himself open and nails a corner 3. 5-point lead, 64-59, 4:34 to play here in this quarter. And a foul away from the ball, a non-shooting foul. That is the 6th team foul against Lander. Contested 2, he got it to go. Colin Rogers, it's 64-61. And falling back on that shot is Ty Massey, and he is fouled. So Ty Massey will go to the free throw line. Anson with the foul, the 4th foul, but it was a shooting foul, which means it will be 2 free throws at the line for Ty Massey, the 6-foot junior. 64-61. Fans making some noise while Massey is at the line, and he misses. Ty Massey, a near 80% free throw shooter, misses the first. Wow. Things going down here in the Bridger, between the Bridger Valley team and the Lyman Eagles and the Lander Valley Tigers. 65-61, Lyman ball. 4:09 to play in this contest. 65-61, Lyman has it. Michael Kunzler on the left side. Jacob Woodland throws it away. Woodland tried to get it over to Housekeeper, and it was taken away. And St. Clair goes coast to coast and scores. A bad turnover at the worst time for Lyman. A lazy pass thrown across court, and St. Clair had the energy to get it and score. Kevin Lewick rips off his jacket. He's got his polo on now, trying to cheer on his team for the final 3:35. Going to the basket and getting fouled is Jacob Woodland. Jacob Woodland will have 2 opportunities at the line to make this a 4-point game. Niehi Black picks up his 4th. So that is of note. Niehi Black, should this game go into overtime, or even should he foul one more time, he will be excused from this contest and fouled out. Niehi Black checks out. Checking in is Conrad Swenson, the senior. I think the Lander Valley Tigers is going to have a lot of respect for the Lyman Eagles. Even if Lander wins this one, they're going to say, hey, you gave us one heck of a game. Something to be admirable. And out of bounds off of Lander. The free throw fell off, but Kunzler challenged the rebound, and Swenson saw the ball go off of his hands out of bounds. A full timeout for Lyman. Join us after this. 3:34 to go. 67-62. Lander leads.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Weststar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Weststar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Weststar Printing, 307-789-5202.
67-62, Lander leads, but it is Lyman ball here. Trailing by 5 with 3:34 to go. Lyman has been trailing since the opening jump, and I mean that quite literally, because they're down 11-0 to start after 3 consecutive threes to open up the contest. $67-62. It will be a Lyman inbound underneath the Lander basket here. 3:34 left. Rogers gets it in the corner. Gives it back to Housekeeper, who works back towards midcourt to reset some things. Moving towards his right, gives it off to Dickerson. Dickerson uses a screen from Rogers and is fouled. Jet Dickerson pumps his fist, says, let's go. A spirited fist bump, handshake, high five, whatever you call it. Sorry about that. Over to Colin Rogers, and he will go to the free throw line. Dickerson a 1-1 here. That was the 8th foul against Lander, so a 1-1 for Dickerson. First free throw. And that is no good. It rimmed out. Touched every part of the rim there, except the right part. 67-62. Walking into an open three. Kawando, no. Yes, sir. Kawando for three. And it's 70-62. Lyman just fell asleep. Kawando came in late to the play and hit a three from the top of the key. Kunzler moving towards his right. Gets it over to Housekeeper. Housekeeper trying to drive the baseline. Gets it back out up top to Kunzler. Kunzler has the ball knocked out of his hand in the paint. Ripped away, and a jump ball will give it to the Lyman Eagles. 70-62. Need to score on this possession. 2:54 left. Lyman Eagles trying to hang around in this contest. They've been hanging around a long time. Over the number 1 seed, Lander Valley Tigers. Colin Rogers on the left wing, trying to throw it down low, and Woodland somehow able to get it back to Rogers. Rogers throws it to Kunzler on the right low block. Kunzler's fouled going to the basket, and Michael Kunzler will have 2 free throws at the line. And for the remainder of this contest, on every foul, it will be 2 free throws for those Lyman Eagles. 70-62 in the fourth quarter, 2:44 left. Kunzler at the line. First free throw is up and good, so Michael Kunzler to make it a 2-possession game now. If he can make this, it's a 6-point game. Down by 7, 2:44 to left. His free throw, no good, bounces off the rim several times. Rebound from Kawando, 2:42 left. In the corner it goes, thrown down low, and Brian Sinclair had it, but he got it knocked away from Lyman. A little bit too aggressive there was Woodland, who committed a foul.
That was on number 12, Jacob Woodland.
70-63, 2:37 left. Lander inbounding. That was only the 5th team foul, the first against Woodland. In the corner it goes, 3 ball, no good. Masri after the rebound, knocked away. Dickerson with it at midcourt. It's a 3-on-1 the other way. Kunzler goes up from in close. He misses a bunny. Kunzler missed it from right underneath the basket, and here comes Lander the other way, laying it up and in. That is a killer for the Lyman Eagles. Michael Kunzler on a 3-on-1 missed a layup, and Brian Sinclair comes up big for the Lander Valley Tigers again, and it's 72-63 with 2:20 left. Timeout, Lander. We'll take this timeout too. Join us right after this.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
(72-63) on that last possession. Lyman had a layup underneath the basket. Kunzler botched it. Lander came away with the rebound and scored on a run out, and it's a 9-point game. Lander trying to win as the number 1 seed. Lyman trying to hang around with 2:20 left in the fourth quarter. Housekeeper up top, dribbled it off his foot, got it back. Housekeeper throws it down low. Colin Rogers underneath the basket, goes up, a lot of contact, no foul called. That's a little bit unfortunate there as Colin Rogers went up through a lot of contact. The officials, I guess, deemed Lander was straight up and down and no foul called. 2 minutes left in this game, 72-63. Lander's passing the ball around. Lyman's going to need to press and really attack him here if they want to get the ball, because Lander's not going to shoot it up by 9 unless they absolutely need to. Kunzler defending Spoonhunter up top. Spoonhunter trying to go by him. Nearly got a 5-second call there, did Kunzler. Instead, it goes over to Brian Sinclair, who is fouled at the top of the key. That is only the 6th team foul, so Lyman's going to need to foul at least one more time to send Lander to the free throw line, up by 9. Obviously, they'll try to go and get a steal first. You can't let a whole lot of time go off the clock here with 1:37 remaining. Reminder, stay tuned. Mountain View boys coming up next at 8 p.m. There's one more game in between, but at 8 p.m., the Mountain View boys are going to play against Worland boys in their first game of the 3A West Regionals. On the outside, Kawando got fouled in the deep corner. I think Lyman maybe should have trapped that a little bit better there. They fouled him right when he got into that deep corner, but Kawando picked up his dribble. Didn't really have anywhere to go with it. He was fouled, so it's a 1-1. Colin Rogers, his 4th foul. So one more foul on Rogers, and he will be done for the day. Niehi Black coming in with 4 fouls. Niehi Black not going to be in the paint. And I think Lander just committed a foul here. It's a 1-1. The official gave Kawando the ball at the free throw line, and a player ran in to try to get into the lane. That should be a lane violation. They should not be allowed to attempt this free throw. And it is. So Lander does not even attempt the free throw because a player ran in to try to get into the lane before the free throw is even attempted. So Lyman escapes. Lyman has the ball, down by 9 once again, 1:25 to go. Dickerson crossing the center line. Dickerson lost the ball, doesn't really have good possession of it. He is hit, and eventually Kevin Lewick calls a timeout. Kevin Lewick, I think, was saying, where was the foul? He was getting abused at midcourt with Jet Dickerson, and eventually Kevin Lewick saw it and said, okay, if you're not going to call a foul, I got to call a timeout before he turns it over, and that is exactly what happened. So Barry Hill and some of the assistant coaches looking over to the scorer's table, trying to figure out how many timeouts they have left remaining. Based on the hand gestures, I believe there's 1 timeout remaining. They don't have that on the scoreboard here, so that's the one thing that I have to rely on the scorer's table for. 1:17 on the clock. 72-63. The score, Lander with the lead, but Lyman with the ball. Still a 3-possession game. Lyman just needs some good defense and some hot outside shooting. They're probably going to need to hit some threes from here on out if they want to win this one. Inbounding right at midcourt is Colin Rogers. Rogers throws it into the backcourt where Dickerson gets it. Dickerson crossing midcourt with 1:10 on the clock. Over to Housekeeper. Housekeeper throws it down low. Rogers gets it up off the window and scores. Lyman not pressing here. Interesting decision, but now they come up to play some defense. 72-65. Dickerson, Housekeeper up top, trying to chase after Lander and get the ball, and eventually a foul is committed against Conrad Swenson of Lander. Lucas Anson commits the foul. It's a free throw. Conrad Swenson, the senior, is at the free throw line. And his first free throw is no good. Trayshawn Spoon-Hunter goes over the top. So not only does Lander miss the free throw, the front end, they commit a foul, and we will walk all the way down the court for free throws on the other end. Spoon-Hunter, a cardinal sin in trying to close this game out. You cannot foul on a free throw attempt of your own team, because now we walk this thing 90 feet the other way. It's 2 free throws for Lyman as they're in the double bonus. At the free throw line is Rogers. Rogers' first attempt is no good. Lyman Eagles probably needed that one to go. Obviously, they need as much help as possible at this point. It's 72-65 with 55.5 on the clock. But it is one more free throw from Colin Rogers here as they attempt to get this win. Second free throw is short. And the rebound pulled down by Brian Sinclair. That is a killer once again for those Lyman Eagles as they miss 2 free throws down the stretch. Could have made it a 5-point game. And Lucas Hansen, I believe, fouled out on that one. So Lucas Hansen's day is done. He will return tomorrow no matter the result of this contest, looking to put up an equal performance, maybe a little bit better, and hopefully get his team a win. He missed it. That was Brian Sinclair missing the free throw. Lyman with the rebound. Housekeeper at the top of the key. Pulls up for three. Can he get the roll? No, it rims out. It looked like it was halfway down, and then it fell out, and Kwando is fouled in the backcourt. Lyman has had the chances. That's 3 consecutive possessions for the Lyman Eagles where they have had it on a either missed free throw or a lane violation on the free throw, and they have not scored. It has remained a 7-point game. Kwando at the free throw line. It is 2 shots now. That is the 10th team foul against the Lyman Eagles, and Kwando makes the first. He is an 86% free throw shooter. He is the best free throw shooter on this Lander Valley team. Coming into tonight, he was 42 of 49, so now 43 of 50 on the season is Kwando. Kwando makes the second, 2 for 2. A substitute checking in is Niehi Black. 74-65, 39 seconds to go. Lander playing defense, Lyman going right to left, advancing the ball across the timeline. Rogers over to Kunzler. Kunzler on the left wing has to do something with it. He eventually goes towards his right, goes towards the basket, pulls up, tries to shoot it over Swenson. The ball rims out. Niehi Black with the rebound, and that will just about wrap it up. In all honesty, Lyman probably needed a 3 on that possession regardless, but Kunzler shot a tough contested 2 from about 6 feet away. Could not get the roll, and they'll just about do it. 74-65 the score. Chance to make it more at the line is Trayshawn Spoonhunter. Spoonhunter is also a very good free throw shooter. Well, I say that, and then he misses the first. Only a very limited sample size. He's only been to the free throw line now 19 times this season. He's now 15 of 19. Second free throw, also missed. Woodland with the rebound. He races it up himself. Woodland trying to find a teammate to pass it to. Woodland goes all the way. Niehi Black contests it. Almost looked like a foul on Niehi Black. It was not called. Lander probably got lucky at that no call. And with 12.6 to go, it's a 74-67 game. 7-point game, timeout for Lyman. So 74-67, 12.6. I don't think Lyman has enough time to come back and win this one per se, but obviously you got to feel good knowing that this is the second time you've played Lander all season. If you're the Lyman Eagles, both times, barring today's result, obviously maybe something happens crazy at the end, both games were within 10 points. It is a 7-point game now. I believe they lost by 10 in the first meeting to Lander. That game was close, probably closer than the score would have suggested there as well. So, Warland girls basketball team ready to come out on the floor. They're in the corner warming up. Warland girls next against Pinedale. And then the Warland boys against the Mountain View boys on mylocalradio.com. 74-67, 12.6 remaining in the final frame. Lander inbounding underneath their own basket. Spoonhunter to throw it in, gets it into Kwando. Kwando tried to be fouled, and he was at midcourt. Second attempt on the foul, was able to get it done. Andrew Housekeeper commits the foul, his third. 2 free throws once again for Kwando, the best free throw shooter on this Lander Valley team. And Kwando's first free throw is up and good, so an 8-point lead. Niehi Black checks back in, defensive stalwart. 8-point advantage. And now make it 9 as 2 free throws drop there. 76-67. Head coach Stu Mullins waving his hands emphatically, saying, "Don't foul, please do not foul," with 10 seconds to go. Dickerson at the top of the key, gives it over to Housekeeper. Housekeeper is fouled on a 3. So as I said, it's not going to change the result of the game, but Stu Mullins is hot. He is hotter than a man sitting on the beach on the equator. 76-67. Niehi Black goes into the free throw line. Housekeeper will be at the line for 3 attempts, so chance to make it a 6-point game at the conclusion. And that first free throw is up and good. So 1 of 3 drops there for Housekeeper. Kevin Look pacing the sideline, knowing that close enough probably won't do the trick in this one. But as a number 4 seed, this has been our closest game of the day by far, so I think the fans might appreciate it. At least getting their money's worth, the ticket of admission, the price of admission. And that free throw is good. I guess it was only a 2-shot attempt there as Housekeeper makes 2 of 2 at the line. Kwando catches it, and the clock runs out on the Lyman Eagles' comeback effort. So the Lyman Eagles fell behind early, could not overcome that deficit, and the Lander Valley Tigers, the number 1 seed in this 3A West Regionals, win 76-69. Max Masery and Jed Dickerson, your players of the game, announced by the PA announcer here. And the Lyman Eagle girls team, they wind up with a win. The boys team, they fall just short, but they will stick around. They're going to play the loser of the next game, the next boys game to happen tonight. Obviously, there's a girls game sandwiched in between Warland and Pinedale, but then the boys game to follow will decide who these Lyman Eagles play against. It could be a Lyman Eagle versus Mountain View Buffalo elimination game, or if Mountain View wins, it will be Warland against these Lyman Eagles tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. It will be a back-to-back session of Lyman basketball on mylocalradio.com tomorrow. Tune in at 1:30 p.m. We know our schedule for tomorrow, so just going to read these games off to you, the times off to you. At 1:30 p.m. tomorrow, it's going to be either Mountain View or Warland against Lyman. That'll be our first game of the day. Our next game will be at 3:30 p.m., where the Lyman Eagle girls basketball team will play in the semifinals against Lander. The winner will advance to the state playoffs. Lyman trying to make it back to the state playoffs in back-to-back seasons. Meanwhile, our next game of the day tomorrow will be at 5 p.m. when the Mountain View girls will play against either Warland girls or Pinedale girls. So once again, 1:30, 3:30, 5 p.m., and then either 8 p.m. or not 8 p.m. basically will be the results dependent on the Mountain View game. If Mountain View wins, we'll be covering that 8 p.m. game. If Mountain View loses to Warland, there's no need to cover that, as it will be Mountain View and Lyman boys earlier in the day. That's going to do it for our coverage here. Make sure you come back to mylocalradio.com. I will have the stream running about 7:50 p.m. for the Mountain View boys against the Warland boys after the conclusion of this girls basketball game. Final score, Lander 76, Lyman 69.